Hi, welcome back to Technique of the Week. I'm your instructor, Shihan Noel. Today we're going to be working on how to respond when someone tries to push you with one arm. He basically comes in. Now we've shown you in the past where you could just do an inward block and follow up with a punch. You could follow up with a heel push kick to the inside of the thigh. And we could make it purely a percussion technique. So it's 1, 2, strike and hit. I could also do the pass off, and we showed that in one of the first videos that we did, where basically you're covering. Person pushes, you cover, strike, strike, and then follow up. Or we could take and basically take him down to the ground. What I'm doing there is I'm basically doing the side clap. If you have your eyes closed and you bring your hands up, you can clap your hands without having to look at them, right? And as he comes in, as long as I catch the back of his hand, I know exactly where his hand is, and all I got to do is clap my hand. So I'm basically using my arm, one hand trains the other hand where to go. So as long as I have my hand here, it's very easy to basically bring my hand up. And at that point, I'm grabbing the fingers. As I push down on his arm, it takes him to the ground. Now, why would I do this? This might call for or the technique might be in response to someone just messing around with you. It would be, we talk about the continuum of self-defense where you've got someone just kind of messing around with you. Maybe it's a friend at a party or Uncle Harry who's had too much to drink at the family reunion, or it could be something much more serious. So in those cases, I probably would be more likely to use percussion, some kind of strike or kick. But in this case, it's just a matter of taking the person to the ground, and if I want to follow up with something more drastic, I can. But as I take him down, all I'm doing is placing stress on this wrist by squeezing the fingers. I generally am grabbing 3 fingers. You could, if the person's hand is the right size, and your hand in comparison is big enough, you could grab all 4, or you could grab 2. If you ever, by the way, grab 1 finger and you're in training with it, on the street it wouldn't matter, but in the dojo, you want to make sure that you're not holding 1 finger because it's very easy to snap a finger. So generally my caveat to students when they're working this or any finger locking technique is if you grab 1 finger, immediately stop. So as he comes in, I'm catching the top 3, the largest of the 3 fingers, and I'm pressing down. You can either press on the wrist or I like to press on the elbow. And I'm bending this back towards his elbow and dropping him to the ground. From there, his head is exposed, so if I wanted to hit him, I could do that. So again, he comes in, I'm catching him here, drop down, and then hit. Let's move it a little bit closer. So he's in really close. All I'm doing is I'm catching him here. He comes in, catch, and lock. So all I'm doing as he pushes is I'm just catching him from the outside. I'm not going across his body. We're not going right on right. I'm going my left to his right. If he came in with the other side, right, if he came in with the left hand, I'd be catching him with my right hand against his left. So it'd be basically here. All right, so it's 1, 2, and then drop him down. Catch it, boom, and then down. So that is the defense against a front push. Again, we're using the side clap with a finger lock, dropping him to the ground. You can either walk away or you can follow up with a percussion technique depending on the dynamic of the situation. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shihan Noel. We look forward to seeing you in a future video.